Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy D2 Titans Only. If you are not a Titan, I'd like to ask you to kindly leave the video. Psych! Anyone can watch this video, guys, but today we are bringing you the ultimate Thunder God Titan build in Destiny 2. Let's jump into our subclass. So for our subclass, we are going to be rocking the Prismatic Titan with the super ability Thunder Crash. Thunder Crash is great for nuking bosses and just clearing ads, and sometimes it's just fun to absolutely slam into the enemy. For our abilities, we are going to be running Rally Barricade, Strafe Lift, Thunderclap, and Pulse Grenade. Thunderclap and Pulse Grenade are going to be awesome to run. They're going to be really, really cool, and it's going to make a lot of explosions for us, and you guys will see why in a minute. For our aspects, we are running Knockout and Drinker's Lash. Knockout it synergizes really well with our Arc Prismatic subclass, and it's just going to make a big difference when it comes to survivability. And then we're running Drinker's Lash, obviously, because it helps us CC our enemies and keep our teammates alive anytime we use our Rally Barricade. For our fragments, we're going to be running the Fast of Protection. While surrounded by combatants, you are more resistant to incoming damage. While transcendent, the effect is increased. We are also going to be running the Facet of Courage. Your Arc, Solar, and Void abilities deal increased damage to targets afflicted with darkness debuffs. We're also going to be running the Facet of Dominance. Your Void Grenades weaken targets, and your Arc Grenades jolt targets, which we're running the Arc Grenades, so we're going to be jolting lots of targets. And then we are running the Facet of Sacrifice. While you have an Arc, Solar, or Void buff ability, Final Blows grant Darkness Transcendence energy, which is really good for helping us get Transcendent that much faster. And then we are going to be running the Facet of Dawn for our last Prismatic Fragment. Powered melee hits against targets makes you radiant. Powered melee final blows make you and nearby allies radiant. So we're going to be able to deal with barrier champions very easily. For our primary weapon, we're going to be running the Call with Desperate Measures and Lead from Gold. Call's just great for ad clearing and killing champions when it comes down to it. For our secondary weapon, we're going to be running the Couragean. Guys, this weapon is actually insane. I usually don't like pulse rifles, but the Couragean paired with Pugilist, which is going to enhance our melee energy anytime we get a final blow with this weapon, and Volt Shot, which is going to let us shoot bullets that literally jolt our enemies and chain to other enemies. It's a great weapon that pairs really well with our class, and we're going to be literally a Thunder God with this weapon. And then for our heavy weapon, we are going to be running the Thunderlord. Kind of puts the icing on the cake and really makes us a Thunder God. So the reason Thunderlord is good is because it has this perk called Lightning Rounds. This weapon fires faster and more accurately. The longer the trigger is held, continuously damage generates stunning lightning strikes. And then each rapid kill with this weapon progressively reloads the weapon, which is awesome. And we're also going to have an intrinsic trait called Reign of Havoc. Final blows with this weapon generate stunning lightning strikes from above, Strongholds Overload champions, which is great for Grandmasters and higher end content. And then let's jump into our artifact. So for our artifact, we're going to be running Anti-Barrier Pulse Rifle and Unstoppable Sidearm. We don't really have to worry about Overload because we have lots of arc stuff that is going to deal with our Overload champions. But we do have Overload Auto Rifle in case you want to throw an Auto Rifle on. We also have Logic Reductor, which is going to essentially deal increased damage to Vex anytime we use a weapon with Radial Area Transposer, which our Pulse Rifle does. So it's going to do increased damage to Vex in the Season of the Vex, so what more can you ask for? For our next line in the Artifact Journal, we're running Elemental Siphon, Rapid Final Blows with a kinetic weapon or a weapon matching your super. Create elemental pickups that match your equipped super type, which is always good. Then we're running Sustained Fire. I was just playing around with my auto rifles a little bit, and I left it on. But for our next line, this is where it gets kind of important. We're going to run Void Hegemony. Anytime you have Void or Prismatic subclass equipped, defeating weakened targets provides a small Void overshield. We're not running any Void stuff, but we do have Prismatic, and our teammates may be using Weaken. So if they are, we can utilize this and get an overshield. We're also going to be running Radiant Orbs while you have Solar or Prismatic subclass equipped. Picking up a Orb of Power makes you Radiant, so we're going to pick up lots of Orbs of Power, so we're going to be Radiant, which is going to help us deal with champions. And then we're going to be running Galvanic Armor. While you have an Arc or Prismatic subclass equipped, incoming damage from combatants is reduced while amplified. We're going to be amplified all the time. We're running Arc, so it's going to be a great time. And then for our last row in our Hunter's Journal, we're running Transference. Gain increased grenade and melee damage while Transcendent. Weapon Final Blows while Transcendent. Refund light and dark energy after Transcendence ends. That's really cool. Really good for getting Transcendence over and over again. And then we are going to be running shock and awe for our final artifact. And what that does, it's going to give, whenever we have arc or prismatic subclass equipped, arc final blows while you are amplified, summon a burst of lightning that damages and jolts targets. So we're just going to be creating lots and lots of bursts of lightning that are going to jolt targets, and we're going to literally dominate the battlefield with this. So for our armor mods, we are going to be running Harmonic Siphon, Rapid Arc, Weapon Final Blows, Create an Overpower, and then we're going to be running Special Ammo Finder and Heavy Ammo Finder. For our Gauntlet armor mods, we're running Heavy Handed, your Orbs of Power, Melee Final Blows, create Orbs of Power. And then Firepower, your Grenade Final Blows, create Orbs of Power, and Fastball, increase grenade throw distance. I just throw that on because I have ADHD. Don't really care about all that. And then for our chest armor pieces, we are going to be running our resistances, whatever fits your build, or the event you're running at the time. And then I always run Contested Dampener because I hate getting grenaded. And then for our leg armor pieces, we are running Better Already. Your health begins to regenerate immediately after picking up an Orb of Power. Absolution reduces all ability cooldowns each time you pick up an Orb of Power. And another Absolution, just so we can get our abilities up that much faster. And then for our class Exotic, we are actually going to be running the Stoicism. And for the role on the Stoicism you want for this build is you want Spirit of Severance and Spirit of Contact. Spirit of Severance is going to make our powered melee or finisher final blows unleash a damaging explosion. And then Spirit of Contact is going to allow our powered melee to jolt all nearby targets, and they suffer a lightning strike as well, it's really great for this build because everything is literally just struck by lightning. And then for our armor mods, we are going to be running Outreach, which is going to reduce our melee cooldown when we use our class ability, Distribution, which reduces all ability cooldowns when using your class ability near targets, and another Outreach so that we can reduce melee cooldown when using your class ability. For our statistics, guys, as always, run 100 resilience. You're on Titan. This is a melee focused build, so we're shooting for 100 strength as well. And then we are also going to shoot for grenade as high as possible so we can cycle all of our abilities and literally dominate the battlefield. But that's the build, guys. I hope you enjoy it. Sorry, it's been a while since I've posted. If you like the video, please give it a subscribe. And as always, peace!